Hey guys, welcome to Hit Cricket, your source for cricket analysis, commentary, and fun. I'm Rahul, your host for today, and with me I have Janish, my dear friend and cricket fan as well. And today we're going to be talking about probably the most awaited test series in I don't know how many years, decades. The Border-Gavaskar Trophy 2024 to 2025. India taking on Australia down under in Australia. I mean, it can't get bigger than this. People say the Ashes is the pinnacle of all clashes, but I'd say these two teams are probably the top two teams in Test cricket and arguably in world cricket at the moment itself. So seeing these two teams clash in the atmosphere like Australia is probably as big as it can get for the Test format itself. So today we'll be discussing the preview of the first test match, which is going to be happening in Perth between India and Australia. Before we go into the squads, Nanish, do you have any thoughts about this gigantic battle?
No, man, this is the most awaited test match series that I have ever waited for, considering all the things that India needs to get through to go to that World Test Championship and how many wins and scenarios. I mean, if they win all four, it's great and all, but let's see. Hopefully, we do win all four, but let's get through each test match at a time. And we've seen how energetic the test matches can be, and when they did the last BGT in Australia with the electric Rishabh Pant we had, and one like a lot of injuries and young players coming to attack, taking India to a series lead or win. Sorry, yeah, I'm hoping the same this year, but not injuries, of course, but similar kind of atmosphere and stuff.
Yeah, that was such an inspiring series, going back there. No Virat Kohli after the first test, getting all out for 36. No Mohammad Shami. Pretty sure Bumrah was ruled out of that last test match itself. Ashwin got injured in between. And you're basically playing with a bunch of debutants. You gave Natarajan a debut. I'm pretty sure Siraj got a debut there. Navdeep
Yeah.
Saini got a debut there. And you played with a third string bowling attack and not your optimal batting lineup either. And to be able to win test matches in that kind of situation outside your home territory in one of the hardest conditions to play in is absolutely phenomenal. But as you mentioned,
I just want
India
to
needs
say
to
one
win.
more thing. Back then, we used to have this player called the Wall or Second Wall after Rahul Dravid. It was Cheteshwar Pujara. We're going to be missing that. It's going to be a big hole over there. Let's see who fills that gap out when we talk about playing 11 and stuff. But that's one player we'll be missing out from this year's BGT. He'll be
Yeah, for sure.
commentating, I think.
Yeah, I was going to mention him later on, but good that you brought him up here as well. That I feel that'll be a really costly miss. We can go into that more in depth when we talk about the playing 11 and the squad that India have put out. But as you mentioned, like earlier, India needs to win four test matches on this tour to make it to the World Test Championship, and that's because of the 3-0 drubbing that they got at home to New Zealand, and they'd be wounded, they'd be hurting a lot from that loss. So that's what I feel makes this Test series all that more interesting and special because it's not just one where India's coming from strength and just need to win one test match or something to go through to the finals. They actually need to play their hats off. They need to play their best cricket and actually beat Australia on a consistent basis to qualify. So the fact that they're wounded right now, I feel will bring an even better version out of them in this series, and that's why I think this will be probably the best test series to watch in our times. I mean, but yeah, moving on.
Exactly. Now, just want to talk about the squads and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you said, moving on. I think we'll be not having our captain Rohit Sharma also for this. I think it's going to be Jasprit Bumrah. If I'm
Yeah,
correct,
captain.
that's going to be captaining. So that's going to be fun to watch. Two bowling captains going at each other.
Probably the first time
Um,
in a while.
long time. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but so yeah, I think we can just jump straight into India's squad and their playing potential playing 11 then for the first test match here in Perth. So I think the openers, Yashasvi Jaiswal has just sealed a spot. I mean, what a talent he's been for India. Uh, First looked at as a mainly limited over player coming into Rajasthan Royals in the IPL and playing those blistering knocks, but he's shown in the test match circuit that he can survive as well. A couple double hundreds in tricky conditions. Played outstandingly well. He was one of the standout batters for India in the recently concluded India New Zealand Test series as well. And people are doubting whether he can accustom to the Australian conditions and the bounce he can get accustomed to. But man, I mean, he's a star. He's been adapting to different conditions all his life. So I don't think it should be a big problem, and I feel he has to contribute for India if India needs to win this BGT, especially after the disappointing series against New Zealand.
Yeah, I think Rahul, those are some great points. I also think Yashasvi is a great opener, and I just wanted to just go on quickly. I think my playing 11 is gonna go similar to like this. I'm just gonna read it out loud. Yashasvi Jaiswal and the opening with KL Rahul, and then number three it's gonna be Padikko. That's gonna be going in for me, and then Kohli is gonna come in, and as a wicket keeper, of course, we'll be seeing Rishabh Pant back in action, and then after that, I want to see Dhruv, and I feel like Nitish Kumar Reddy might be a debutant this match. And after that, it's going to be Ravichandran Ashwin, Prasidh Krishna, and Jasprit Bumrah, of course, our captain. And either it's going to be Siraj after that, or I have a feeling Harshit Rana might be a debutant for for the for this
Yeah.
match.
Yeah, I think he'll be making his debut in Test cricket if he gets that opportunity. And the squad, the 11 you mentioned, I mostly agree with that. Except you didn't mention Ravindra Jadeja, and that's a shocking omission because he has been good in Australia and he's picked wickets when required and he can give you that batting support. But I assume that you can only go in with one spinner because the Perth conditions are very bouncy and very suitable for pacers. Although Nathan Lyon actually has the highest number of wickets taken at that ground, I feel that you can only probably choose between Jadeja or Ashwin, and that's a really tough call to take. But I feel like India would go with Jadeja and unfortunately leave Ashwin on the sidelines. And as far as the batting order, you said, I completely agree with that. Jaiswal and KL Rahul, both very capable openers. KL Rahul has experience playing in Australia. Number three, Padikal, still to be tested. I'm not too sure about him. I feel they could have tried to get in Sai Sudarshan into the squad maybe and given him a go, considering he did good in the matches against Australia A. And then Virat Kohli, I mean, no brainer. He's the king, man. No matter how many low scores he has behind him, he is the goat of cricket, and the record he has in Australia speaks for itself. I mean, that's basically his home. He just feasts whenever he goes to Australia, and you can expect him to bounce back right into form starting from the Perth Test itself. And then Rishabh Pant, I mean, probably one of the most impactful players for India on this tour. Wicketkeeper batter, takes the attack to all the bowlers. He was such a crucial part in both the 2018 and 21 series victories. So yeah, no brainer there. Dhruv Jural's been performing well for India A in the against Australia A on tricky conditions and has been bailing them out of tough situations. So I think Dhruv Jural should be the preferred option over like a Sarfraz Khan at that number six position, exactly like you mentioned. And then I think you said NKR making his debut. I completely agree with that one as well. The fact that you can get that fourth seamer option and that lower order batting option, similar to what a Shardul Thakur did, but as a better batting option, you get an NKR. So completely agree with that. Then you said Ravi Ashwin. That's where I don't know if they'll go Ashwin or Jadeja, but either one I'm good with. They're both high quality spinners. Then I think you said Prasidh Krishna, right? That's one I
I
don't know if
just have a like Bumrah is confirmed one of the bowlers,
Bumrah.
and it's going to be Prasidh Krishna, Mohammad Siraj, or Harshit Rana. So I
There's
feel like it's
Akashdeep
eight.
too, right?
I think it's going to be Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj for sure, and it's going to be between Prasidh Krishna and Harshit Rana. If Harshit Rana does come in, it's going to make his debutant. But I mean Akashdeep is too there, but I'm not sure. Let's see.
See,
That's
my thing with
my playing 11.
See, the thing with Prasidh Krishna, he's been injured for a long time and he doesn't have that much game time behind him. But if that wasn't for the case, I'd definitely start him on a wicket like Perth because he's such a tall bowler. He can extract that bounce and make it like hell for the batters. But issue is his injuries. I don't know if he's fully up to fitness yet, but if he is and he's bowling at his normal pace, I definitely put him there alongside Bumrah. And I think just for the experience and how well he did last time around in Australia, I'd play Mohammad Siraj as that last seamer just because he has that X factor in him to rattle out a side in one session. So just for that X factor, I'd play him. But man, it just depends on who can support Bumrah because Bumrah can't just single-handedly finish up an Australian side consisting of the likes of Usman Khawaja, Steven Smith, and all those.
Yeah,
So
just want to talk about their playing 11 too. Their probable playing 11, in my opinion, is going to be starting off with Usman Khawaja, and then Nathan McSweeney, and then third is going to be Marnus Labuschagne, and then Steve Smith, Travis Head, Mitchell Marsh, Alex Carey, Mitchell Stark, Pat Cummins, the captain, and then Nathan Lyon and Josh Hazelwood, or is my probable playing 11 for Australian side.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that all of those make sense. Usman Khawaja is a quality opener. Nathan McSweeney, they've been trying to find that opening slot ever since David Warner retired. They tried Steve Smith, but I don't think that was his preferred position, nor did it work out the way they expected. So they're going with rookie and
Think if the
McSweeney.
wicket falls early, they might send up Travis Head up in the order.
This isn't ODI or T20 cricket where he can just, or he
Yeah, of
still
course.
plays an
Yeah.
aggressive brand of cricket, but Bumrah's gonna knock him over if he tries doing
Yes.
some of his antics here in Test cricket. I mean,
Yeah.
but there might be a chance, but I think Marnus Labuschagne and Steve Smith are proper high quality test cricketers, regardless of the indifferent form that they're coming in with, that they won't experiment in that regard with their batting order because Labuschagne and Smith are proper technical test players and they have the records behind them. So I think they'll back Labuschagne and Smith. They're both high quality players. And then Travis said he just loves playing against India, doesn't he? I mean, just hits every time. So he's gonna be the uh, thorn in the flesh for India. I think they have to remove him because otherwise he'll hit quick runs and he can take a game away pretty quickly. Same with Mitchell Marsh. I mean, he's the one of those guys who plays aggressive in Test cricket as well, and he's one guy who can take the game away in a session as well. So Head and uh, Mitchell Marsh are two players to really watch out for to make sure that you nab them quick before they make too much damage. And as far as Alex Carey's concerned, talks are that he could be one of the key batters for Australia in this Border-Gavaskar Trophy, considering the form of Steve Smith and Labuschagne not being in the best, and their opener like Nathan McSweeney not being a settled slot. So Alex Carey might play a crucial role in giving those late order runs and also batting with the tail because he is a naturally aggressive player as well with those sweeps and all those shots that he employs. So he could be crucial in those late order runs. And the three pace bowlers, Stark, Cummins, Hazelwood. I mean, nothing you need to talk about them. They've been certainty in the Australian lineup for almost the past decade. They've been stalwarts. They've rattled through oppositions on multiple occasions. No brainer on those. And Nathan Lyon, same. He's been Australia's probably best ever Test spinner, other than Shane Warne. But Nathan Lyon's just been a legend in his own rights. And if India has an Ashwin, Australia has a Nathan Lyon. And to perform on conditions like Australia, where it only starts turning on the fourth and fifth days a lot more, and to consistently produce performances is outstanding. So Nathan Lyon's an absolute no-brainer as well, and he does have a really good matchup against India and the likes of Virat Kohli. So yeah, this Australian side is also looking pretty strong, but definitely I'd say the bowling lineup of Australia is their strength, and I'd say an informed Indian batting lineup is their strength. So I'd say it comes down to Australia's bowlers versus India's batters in this first test at Perth and throughout the series.
Yeah. Overall, this is gonna be a great test match, and let's see how it goes for next few days. We'll probably keep you guys updated over the course.
What edge would you
Uh,
give? Edge like?
uh, I mean, I would just give it to Australia, man. I don't know. I have a feeling Australia might take this one away, considering how we have to come back from all that we had against New Zealand in our own country. Let's see how this goes. I have a feeling Australia might take this one.
My heart says India, and that Virat Kohli is going to play some match-winning innings to take this game away. And Rishabh Pant will also contribute. All the Pacers click, everything clicks, and India take this one away. But my head says that Australia start as huge favorites in their own backyard, coming against depleted India side without their captain or Shubman Gill. Shubman Gill's a big miss. Uh, and just India just don't seem like that confident bunch that they did before the New Zealand series. But I believe in our boys that the pain will bring the better out of them. Wounded Tigers are really dangerous to face, and I feel that Australia will be up for their challenge. And India going up as heavy underdogs in this matchup and for the series might just help them in getting used to the conditions a bit more and just easing their way into the series. But I think if India play good cricket and everyone plays to their potential, India should be able to knock off Australia and Perth. But yeah, Australia start favorites.
Yes, just want to say that pitch conditions also might be a big factor in this test match. Of course, they are a big factor, but depending on the sky, how the cloud is there, and I'm not sure how much rain was there in Perth. So depending on all the situations, it might be tough for it. That's why.
Yeah, but I do think India's Pacers have the quality to rattle Australia's batting lineup as well. So it should be a really good contest between the bowlers and the batters, and every day should go by so exhilarating. I'm so excited for this test series. And Australia have already started their mind games, putting the first game at Perth, try and scare away the Indian batters with the bouncing conditions. But I mean, there's a lion there, Virat Kohli. You can't scare him away.
Before I close out, I just want to say one more thing. This probably is going to be one of the last Border-Gavaskar trophies that Australian seniors might play, like Mitchell Marsh or uh,
Steve Smith,
Steve Smith, Mitchell Marsh,
Usman Khawaja,
Nathan Lyon, Usman Khawaja.
the
A
fast
lot
bowlers,
of
right?
yeah, a lot of seniors out there. So this might be their last tournament. So it's going to be a fun one, in my opinion. You
Yeah,
want to
for sure.
have
And a
any
lot of
last words?
lot of Indian legends also, who knows if Virat Kohli will play another Border-Gavaskar Trophy? Who knows if Rohit will? Who knows if Ashwin Jadeja will? And yeah, the others have age on their sides, but these four legends of Indian cricket might be the last chance playing in Australia for a test series, and we know how important it is for them. So really hope we can come out with a win, and who knows, do the miracle of qualifying for the WTC as well. Stranger things have happened. If New Zealand can beat us 3 nil, why can't we beat Australia 4 nil? It can happen, definitely. So keep hope, guys.
Just keep up. So that's it for this video. We'll keep you guys updated on what's gonna happen, what is happening in the test series and test matches, probably daily or every 2 days. Let's hope for the good, and
Yes, yes.
we'll
Chuck
probably
the
see you.
India. Chuck
Yes,
the India.
we'll see you in the next
Thank
video. Thank you for watching.
Bye.